When we are confronted in different situations in life, what will determine our way of acting, the choices that we make, most of the times is not our knowledge, but our habits. We are made out of habits, and we follow the pattern of our habits. So our reactions are following our habits and not our knowledge. So what happens is that there are moments in which we have clarity and we know what is good for us, we know what is harmful for us, but there are moments in which we lose our clarity. And then we just follow some habit pattern and we end up doing things that we know that actually are not so good for us. So a vow is a commitment that we take. A vow is like, it's something that secures our path. So basically there are three types of vows. There is the vow of committing to abandon what is harmful for ourselves and others. There is a vow of committing ourselves to do what is positive and good for ourselves. And then there is a vow of committing oneself to benefit others. So the important thing is that there are moments in which we have so much clarity of what is harmful to ourselves that we can make a strong commitment. I will not repeat that. And by making this commitment, we protect ourselves from repeating that action, from following that path. So that in the moment that we find ourselves in a certain situation, that our habit will bring us to do that negative action, our commitment protects us. It will show us the path so that we can hold our habit and act with awareness. For me, vows are like the white lines that we have on the side of a road when driving on a dark night in the middle of mist and rain. Because during a sunny day, we don't need the white lines. We can just go and drive easily. We know where is the path. Everything is okay. But in the moment that we are in the dark night, in the middle of rain and mist, we cannot see so well the road. And if we don't have the white lines, we can lose the path and go out of the road very easily. So, the lines that we put that shows us the path when things are not clear are our vows, our commitments. So that when everything is clear, when we have the beautiful day with the sun shining, we should paint the lines that shows us the path that we should go and what we should avoid. So that afterwards, when we are in situations that we have our inner conflicts and we are in the middle of this bad weather of doubts, of fears, of hatred, of jealousy, of envy, or any other situation, we have a clear line to show us what to do and what to avoid. These are the vows that we take. And they're very precious, they're very important, because our vows help to protect us from our bad habits and from our bad reactions. One simple example is one vow that I really like very much, which is, do not talk about the faulty characteristics of others. In other words, do not criticize others. Criticizing doesn't bring any benefit. But somehow we like doing it. And somehow it happens often that we end up criticizing one person here, another person there. That's why once we understand clear, it's not good for me to criticize others, we take the commitment. I will not criticize. We can have an external object that helps us to remind ourselves of our commitment. Like clothes, like a jewel, we can do whatever. Something that remembers us what we have committed. Then, when we are in the situation that spontaneously somehow we want to criticize, there is that little part inside ourselves which is saying, hello, remember you have a commitment not to criticize. It's like the white lines on a dark, rainy night. And then by that we say, okay, I shouldn't criticize. Then we can hold ourselves and not follow our negative habit. And it's really helpful. It's like a real refuge that we take with our own commitments. So my advice to everyone is, when your mind is clear, and there are very beautiful moments in life when our mind is clear, check well what is beneficial for yourself, what is harmful for yourself, and what is beneficial and harmful to others. And then make strong and clear commitments of what you need to cultivate and what you need to abandon and avoid. Then formalize this commitment by, say, making the commitment in front of someone that we respect, by writing it down, by having a symbol that will remind us of the commitment that we took, by daily reading again the commitment and remembering ourselves of the commitment. So, by doing that, we protect ourselves in the moment that the situation is difficult and we would naturally react with our negative habits. Making the right commitments and following them is one of the most important things on our own path. Otherwise, we can know many things, but still not follow them. So having this right morality is one of our best friends, is one of the best companions that we can have on our path, is the strong ability to keep our own commitments. Nowadays, it's a little sad to say, but more and more I see the difficulty that people have keeping commitments. More and more I see less value being given to the word that someone gives, saying, I will do, I will not do. So what I feel is that we should start by keeping our small commitments. If we are talking to someone and we say, I do, then I do. If we are saying to someone, I will not do, then we don't do. If we give our commitment about anything, we should respect it. Because when we do not respect the commitments that we take, first of all, we are lacking of respect towards our own selves. So, if we do not want to follow just our negative habits, we need to make clear what is the way how we want to act and to protect ourselves from falling into the habits. And we do that by making vows, by making commitments, and reminding ourselves of the commitments so that we can keep them purely. And if it ever happens, that it may happen, that we break a commitment, then we take it again and again and again. And from time to time, hopefully, we will fall on that bad habit less and less. Every time we fall into that bad habit, it will be shorter, and the periods between falling into the bad habits will be longer, until gradually we make the habit of not having that habit anymore. And that's the power of vows. That's the power of commitments.